everyone to this short yoga practice for anxiety. This is part 1 of 2, the gentle and slow-paced one. We're going to use one blanket just so you have a little bit of comfort here. And to start off with, you can sit on the blanket. This is option 1. Or if you prefer, I like to have the blanket roll up under my knees so I feel a little bit more steady in my posture. So make yourself comfortable for a moment in a seated position and then take your hands onto the floor in front of you. This is an exercise that I practice for panic attacks. So take a moment just to connect your palms to the floor. Drop your head down, round your spine, and send your breath into your back now. See if you can slow your breath down gently. Realize that you are in a safe and friendly space here, and there's nothing you have to do. Feel the connection to the ground underneath, and allow yourself to get a little bit heavier with every exhale. Remind yourself that everything is okay. Keep your breath steady and smooth. Soft inhales into the back body, long exhales out of the back. Slowly roll up into seated, lift your spine, lift your head up, and then just drop your chin down. I'm going to do a vagus nerve exercise, more about that in a second. Take 2 breaths with your chin down, and then lift your head again. Drop the chin and roll it over to the left. 2 breaths here. You can close your eyes. The vagus nerve is a nerve that runs all the way through the body. Back to center. Turn your head over to the right. Go super slow. We're stimulating that nerve here by stretching the areas where it's running through. And it is very connected to our parasympathetic system, so it triggers our relaxation response. Come back to center. Round the spine, take your chin to your chest. Take a deep inhale and exhale fiercely out the mouth. Inhale, exhale, pull your tongue out and look up. One more time. Inhale, it looks funny, and exhale out the mouth. Good. Come back to center. Release your hands. Take a breath. Exhale fully. Good. Moving on from here, take your time to make your way into all fours. Place your hands right under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and do a few cat-cow movements just to mobilize the spine. Keeping your breath long and steady. Right, so if this feels like too fast for you, you might go even slower. Notice the connection to the ground as you move, as you mobilize. Know that you are still safe. You are still okay. Walk your hands a little bit further now. And then rock the hips forward. And as you exhale, sit back into a child's pose. Hips onto your heels. Inhale, rock forward, drop the hips. Exhale, round back. Again, this can be way slower. Inhale with your breath forward. Exhale, rounding back, pull the navel in, sit back. Good. A little bit of breath and movement. Good. And then come into your child's pose. Let the hips sit back. Come onto your fingertips. Stretch the space between your ribs and then drop the hands. Create a lot of surface with your body. Connecting to the ground underneath. You are safe. You're in a friendly and safe space. Come forward to all fours. Step the right foot forward between your hands. In your lunge, connect to the ground and then lift the back knee up. Set it down, exhale. Inhale, lift the knee up. Exhale, set the knee down. It's super essential that you're following your breath. So instead of moving fast through this, follow the flow and rhythm of your own breath. Good. Left fingertips on the mat. Right arm lifts. Exhale, hug your right thigh. Curl in. Inhale, open, space towards the right. Exhale, curling in. Hug yourself. Inhale, open. Exhale, providing comfort and shelter for yourself. Hold here and round. Drop the head down. Bring both palms down, widen the chest, allow for a space in the front, step back into all fours. Let's come back to that movement where we inhale to the front, drop the hips, and exhale, sit back on the heels. Again, please feel free to do this as fast or as slow as necessary here. And make it a little bit more of a wave eventually. Maybe you can smoothen the edges of exhale to inhale and inhale to exhale. Good. Come back into a child's pose again. Climb onto the fingers first to create space for your breath, so your breath can flow with ease, and then drop your forearms, drop your hands down. Breathe into the back. The back body is always a comforting shield for you, so once you protect your inside and your belly, you feel usually automatically a little bit safer. The left foot steps forward, place your palms down to the ground, and then lift the back knee up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift it up. Drop it down. Good. Come onto the fingertips, so lift yourself a little bit. Expand the left arm, and exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, expand the left arm. Exhale, round. Last one here, open. Exhale, hug. Drop everything. Make yourself small. Feel safe. Place your hands down, step back into all fours. Good. Now from here, we're going to extend the legs forward, coming into another portion of this practice for the vagus nerve. Drop your knees to the left, and then pull your top foot back a little bit for a deer pose variation. Left shin in front, right shin to the side. You can sit in cross-legged if your knees don't like this. Good. Now from here, we're going to come into a side bend first. Lifting the left arm, reach it high, and then reach it over and side bend, curl towards the floor. Stay here. So you're in kind of like a collapsed shape almost in your side bend. You're looking towards the floor, and this is how we trigger the vagus nerve. Now you spin up and twist open to the left, and then you drop the arm down and twist yourself, spinning around your axis, looking towards your fingertips. Look up, look down. As you can tell, there's a lot of action in the vagus nerve going on through the neck. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. Drop the gaze forward, bring your hands down, swing your knees up and over to the other side. Drop the knees to the right, pull your top shin back, sit up steady, again cross-legged as an alternative. We're going to start with the side bend this time. So right arm lift and bring it over. Breathe here, inhale, exhale, collapse, look towards the floor. Soften a little bit and breathe. Breathe into the stretch. And then spin back open, twist yourself open towards the right now, and start to release your right hand on the mat behind you. Lift up from your foundation, find length here, and exhale to rotate a little bit deeper into this shape. Start with your head tilts up and down. You decide how far you want to go here. If your neck doesn't feel good today, you can do a smaller range of motion, of course. Move your hands back, lift your knees back up. Good, and I'm going to show you now, to finish up this practice, 3 variations for a relaxation after this. Number 1 is a rolled blanket under your knees, which is probably the most supportive for your lower back. Then you can place your hands onto your belly. So you always want to make sure that your front part of the body feels safe. In order to do so, you can, secondly, either use a second blanket or just bring the blanket on top of that area of the hip meeting the thigh. So the belly is covered with the blanket, and you can even bring your hands on top of that. Now, my personal favorite is lying on the stomach. And you can use a rolled blanket, which I'm not showing here, under your ankles as well, so that you have a little bit of elevation for your knees. I stack my palms on top of each other and rest my forehead down. I'm going to stay in this shape for a little bit longer. Wherever you are, take a moment to allow for your body to feel heavy. Allow for your weight to drop. And then notice your belly moving with the breath. If you're lying on your stomach, you might feel a little bit of pressure against the floor. If you're lying on your back, maybe your hands are moving with your breath. Have a feeling of nourishing with every inhale and of release, of softening with every exhale. You're restoring yourself with your inhale. You're clearing any tension, any irritation with the exhale. Stay here for as long as feels good. Before you make your way back out, and this can be in half an hour if necessary, you're going to come into another child's pose, rounding the spine. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining